30-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the set.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Topper, Topper.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, kill, kill.
Get it.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, what's the ball?
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 5.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ready? 70, Indy. 80 weapons.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Eckler. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
218, chop.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have a first down as he's brought.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the
Ready,
44-yard line.
15 line. 15 line.
Watch QB set.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
60 outlaw. Pilot, 64. Weak.
A gain of 2.
Hey, Haywood.
At the 46.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught inside the 25. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 52 yards after the big play. A chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Colts 3-yard line.
2nd and 3. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked. at the 21-yard line.
Come on, Zach. Just the outlaw. Get this one.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett flush to his right. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check. 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 Check.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check.
Go. Snap.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Go now. 10-2 stop. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Delta. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
91.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 30 base.
56. Me and you on
5. Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Off play action. Herbert. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That throw into the arms of Allen. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. Herbert, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. On second down, Brissett again, eluding the pressure right. That's into the hands of Pascal. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to dump it underneath. Now second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
They run with Taylor. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Let's go. 61. 49.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Check 43. Check safety. Check safety. Hey.
From the red zone now, Brissett stepping up. He's good. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's second and long. Out of the gun, Brissett. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, Zoo. No. Topper. Spike.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now the 2nd-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run with Taylor. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Switch. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 29, Brissett forced out to his left. Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
We got 4.
Here's Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Brissett now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right down Broadway. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Slam.
80 weapons. Hey, Haywood.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. Herbert. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
That's another Chargers first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is complete. It's Allen. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They try again with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And 5 yards to go.
The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try the left side. Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
And the Colts first down.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Andrews.
Check right, check right. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Let's go. Come on. Trump, Trump. 49.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Herbert going deep here for Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, Akers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Safety creep. Shoot. Watch the screen.
Here's Brissett. Going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, high 7.
56. Mike's 56. Here we go.
Look at me, zipper.
Right there, 56. Hey, defense, let's go.
On third down, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check, Lucky.
Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
On fourth down, Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check 24. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Alert flag.
On second down, Akers. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.